Welcome to the Knowledge Trap with Brother Z, also known as Wise Counsel of Holistic Health and Fitness. All of that good stuff. Just another day enjoying life, accepting some uncomfortable truths. We all know that old saying, treat others how you want to be treated. Can we put a little asterisk in front of that? We need to revise it a little bit. Treat others how you want to be treated. We update our technology, wardrobes, remodel the house, trade in the cars. Everything needs to be updated. Thought processes need to be updated to reflect the times that we live in. The statement should read, treat others how you want to be treated initially. Then treat others how they treat you. That's how it needs to read. I know I talk a lot about positive things and uplifting people, but when it comes to that negative energy and people disrespecting you, belittling you, demeaning you, degrading you, it's not even that you got to get negative back with them, but what you're doing is shielding your positive energy by deflecting that negative energy back to them. Just keep it short and sweet. You ain't got to be crazy with it. It's just little things you can say without feeding into the negativity to give it right back to them. Hey, watch how you talking to me. Are you okay with yourself? How do you feel about yourself? Why are you so concerned with me? Talk to me with respect, please. You see how that's not going crazy, but you getting your point across? That's all you need. Don't get caught up going back and forth with a negative person, because when you do that, you probably made their day. That's exactly what they wanted. They wanted to provoke a negative feeling, a negative emotion, a negative thought, a negative response from you. Don't feed into it. You just handle your business. These people can catch you off guard easily with their little sly comments, they little subtle yet harmful, offensive actions. They do things that might have you upset now or later when you think about it. These people are masters of negativity. Do not feed into it. And the type of person you are, most of the time, you can't even think of a quick response or comeback because your mind not wired like that. That's not the type of vibe you on. So they're always going to have an advantage in that area unless you create defense mechanisms. You need these defense mechanisms because you might not be, but when people see you as weak, timid, passive, and if you quiet, you're going to get it the worst. Everybody get tried, but if you quiet, you're going to get it the worst. Also known as introverted. And all that means is you're less social, more reserved, you keep to yourself. That's all it means, but people associate that with these other things, and people going to test you more. They're going to test you more if you're highly positive all the time, and if you're spiritually awakened, they're also going to try you a bit more. Regardless, you're going to get tried, like I say, but if you're a certain type of person, you're going to get tried more because they're going to perceive you as weak. Many people these days, they're on that animalistic type stuff. That's what we got to deal with. When you assert yourself and try to get your respect, people are going to act one of several ways. The first person you got is the reasonable person. They'll listen to what you're saying. They'll acknowledge what they did. They might even apologize. And they'll act accordingly. And that's fair. That's a fair person. Maybe they made a mistake. Maybe they was just testing you. And now they know their limits. And they'll respect you. Fair enough. Next, you got the fake airhead. They'll act like they don't know what they did. Huh? What you talking about? Oh, no, I didn't. All of that type of stuff. And they know exactly what they did. All you can do is tell them how to handle you and keep it moving. But they know what they did. Then you got the bullshitter. They'll hear you out. Okay, yeah, I won't do that no more. And guess what? Tomorrow, next week, next month, they doing it again. They act like they're going to straighten up and get right, but they're going to do the same thing. That's the bullshitter. Then lastly, you just got the pure asshole. You tell them what they did. You tell them how they offended you and made you uncomfortable. They'll beat you getting mad. They'll get aggressive. They'll get loud. They'll get hostile, angry. All because you asked them to stop disrespecting you. That's just a mean, wicked person. And regardless, you need to separate yourself from all these types of people except a reasonable person. Separate yourself, get some distance, some space, and it's good for your mental health. And if these people keep disrespecting you, turn them in to HR, report them to the manager, end the friendship, end the relationship. You don't have to deal with people negativity and nonsense. You don't. You see, you're supposed to be a good person, and they want you to play that role. You ain't supposed to get that mad because you're nice. You ain't supposed to check them because you're soft. You ain't supposed to correct them because in their mind, you weak. You're non-threatening. At least that's what they think, right? But what if you said, fuck that role and commenced to getting on their ass? What if this good-natured, loving, respectful person gives you the surprise of your life, and the doctor's got to piece your ass back together with stitches? Then I'll be wrong, right? Look, if somebody won't fight for you, don't fight for them. If somebody won't lend you money, stop lending it to them. Somebody won't share with you, stop giving. It's that simple. Never spread yourself thin for users and abusers, and that goes for anybody, even your parents. Your parent ain't never do shit for you your whole life. Let them wither away in a nursing home by theirself. Let their grave go unvisited. Don't waste your energy for people who won't do nothing for you. Don't be around people who disrespect you. Don't let them get away with it. They've been getting away with it for too long. Learn how to maneuver out here. If you're a truly positively charged person, you in the minority. You in the minority. If you're a spiritually awakened person, you in the minority. If you're open-minded, non-judgmental, minding your own business, peaceful person, guess what? You in the minority. If you're a business-minded, focused, determined, non-gossiping type of person, you already know. It's like this. If a person refuses to give you a little bit of respect and dignity, remove yourself. Most people these days, they can care less about your overall well-being. They can care less about your best interests. Some people can do a good job at acting like they care, but trust me, they really don't, and you'll eventually see it. Now, if you're in passing and somebody says something or does something, it's cool to let a lot of that stuff ride if you know you're never going to see them again, unless they get crazy disrespectful, right? But if you know you got to deal with somebody over and over again, go ahead and get your respect. Tell them what to do and what not to do when dealing with you. Tell them how you want to be handled. You don't have to be subjected to other people's negative energy. At a certain point, it becomes a choice. Everybody deserves peace of mind. Everybody. Stand up for yourself in a peaceful, respectful way, and you will be all right. So what if they get upset and don't want to deal with you no more? They didn't care about your feelings. They didn't care about your mental stability. Forget them. And I'm so glad my mom taught me at a young age. She taught me at a young age. If someone hits you, hit them back. If someone is about to attack you, hit them, and you can even hit them first. Don't worry about school, your teachers, your principals. We'll figure that out later. Look, I've been suspended as a kid, arrested as an adult for not hitting first, but for hitting back. Don't hit people. That needs an asterisk It needs to be revised, just like treat others how you want to be treated. The rules should read, don't hit others unless physically threatened. Then you can go banana ape shit and tear them 3 new assholes. At the end of the day, we got to demand our respect. We got to be handled a certain way. Go get that. Don't worry about nobody's feelings who's doing you dirty. Forget they feelings. Even if it's a parent, family member, whoever.